Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we've got some live scrimmage action coming at you right now on Icy Cups Test Bug. Giraffe taking on ToXSic. And we do have a special treat. We've got Amir on the phone with us. Now, your clan AoW, correct? Art of War.
Yes, sir.
Hardcore, right? Hard to the core.
Hard to the core, man. You know it.
Hard to the core, Art of War. I like it. But yeah, so this is going to be a fun scrimmage. I haven't seen ToXSic play in some time, though. I think it's been a little while. He's a pretty decent player. I noticed that he's ranked 24 Masters right now.
I haven't seen him play much, but I know he is coaching students right now. I've watched a couple of his students play, played a couple of his students, and his students are actually really good. So I assume he's a very good player.
Right on. Well, that's exciting, then. I'm pumped to see this matchup. I always love watching Giraffe play. He is definitely one of my top favorite Protoss players to watch. I always learn something from this guy every single time I watch him. Do you ever feel that way?
Well, Giraffe, yeah, his builds are actually amazing. He theory crafts his own builds sometimes. He showed me a build the other day against Zerg, which I don't think he's going to be doing here because he can't really forge. Well, he could forge fast expand, but it's risky.
Yeah, it's risky.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely a really good player, and he does come up with a lot of his own builds, and he does adopt a lot of builds from other players. He usually refines the builds that he adopts from other players, so he's not really copying them. He's just getting a build and then changing it up a little.
Gotcha. Interesting stuff. Well, he is going to be using Chronos here on his Nexus, going to be getting his economy up. Units tab shows that he is still dead even. And we're going to see the difference here. Nope, he's going to go standard opener. Yeah. Gateway first.
Yeah, looks like I would assume it's a 3-gate expand. Might be a 4-gate.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's interesting, the 4-gate. You remember how back in the day before they nerfed the warp gate tech 20 seconds?
Yep.
How like 4-gate was like standard play against Zerg. And that 20 seconds made the difference against Zerg. It makes it a little less effective against Zerg.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But it's interesting to me that now people are 4-gating so many more Terran players and really making it stick.
Yeah, I mean, depends really what the Terran is going. If he's going for, 3 racks, stem timing push, and he gets concussive shells first, you show up with a 4-gate at his base, and you're like, I'm going to go home now.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, if they're going for a 1-rank expand, definitely something good to use, but it's risky. It's definitely risky.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, it's one of those builds that is essentially, I mean, it's not an all-in build per se, but you have to cut probe production if you're going to be going a Korean 4-gate, and it generally means that if it doesn't stick, if you're not able to do the damage that you wanted, you can find yourself behind pretty quick in that matchup. So, yeah.
And ToXSic is scouting Giraffe space. He does see the double gas, so he's assuming there's not going to be a 4-gate coming anytime soon.
Right. Yep. And look at this, a pylon on the low ground here for Giraffe, indicative of it's about time to expand.
Yep, stacking up the minerals.
Well, almost there. He spent some.
Almost. He's changing his mind. Making a couple more things.
I love how this drone here from ToXSic just cruising around, gathering as much information as he can. But oh, look at this gateway on the low ground. So he's going to be walling off here just a little bit first before he tosses down that expand.
Now that's interesting by Giraffe because we usually see him being the greedy player, where he goes for the expand and then starts walling off. Or I've even seen him do a couple of 1-gate expands on certain maps. So that's interesting, I think. Coming from Giraffe, but this is a 1-gate expand, so
yeah, it looks really good. Now let's take a look at the pattern here for ToXSic. He is just droning up right now. You can see 6 drones in production. Does have the Zergling speed out already. He's going to be working on his opponent's destructible rocks. How manner of him, to be knocking down these rocks for his opponent there, Giraffe.
Well, actually, the thing about knocking those rocks down is if you get that Zelnaga tower in front of Giraffe's base, then if the Giraffe moves out, you're going to see right away when he moves out, as opposed to the Zelnaga tower in front of his own base, where if Giraffe moves out, he's going to see a couple seconds later, and Zerg can get all the time they can get. They want all the time they can get to get the stuff out.
Absolutely. And another interesting thing about it that I do like is that Protoss likes to fight in chokes. They like to get you choked down if at all possible.
Yep.
And there basically is 2 chokes on either side of those destructible rocks. And so by taking those out, you can eliminate those chokes there at the front door of your Protoss player, making them just a little bit more vulnerable just coming out of their out of their choke there. So
yeah, definitely agree there. And when ToXSic pulled when scouted Giraffe, he saw a Stalker come out after the Zealot. That usually suggests aggression. When you see we get a Stalker second, just because you're not going to be able to stack up the energy on the sentries. But he does see the high sentry count right now, so.
Right.
Oh, and Giraffe going for his normal push, 3-gate push.
3-gate push, and it's a beautiful push. Good force fielding here. Definitely going to be working in his favor. Both of these queens are about to die.
Keep in mind, this push isn't really to kill the player. It's just to stop production, stop the queens. But if he loses those sentries, that would be huge.
Yeah. Got to have good force fielding to keep those guys alive.
Yep.
And he is putting down a forward pylon here, so it looks like he may continue this pressure for just a little while. Oh no, he's going to get a cancel here.
He's probably going to cancel it. Yep.
Good cancel. This probe probably going to die, but that's okay. Sacrificial probe. Hopefully he can... ToXSic almost... Ooh, wow. ToXSic really could have moved forward. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, that was close.
Yeah. At least he was backed up against the wall. That's what saved him, wasn't it?
Yeah. He could have trapped all those lings too.
Yeah, he really could have.
Yeah. With his force fields.
Yeah, and here comes the roaches now. So ToXSic going to be pushing back here just a little bit. Do you think this is going to go well for ToXSic? I mean, my guess is no, considering how many force fields are available to Giraffe at this point.
Well, I'm interested that he's pushing with... Well, he's not... Well, now he's pulling back. Now he's pushing again. But he's just trying to get the Xel'Naga tower. I would just put 1 ling there, and I wouldn't push with roaches without speed.
Yeah, oh,
He does have a high sentry count, but I mean, you're at his base. He's just going to force field your roaches.
All right, and he does have the speed on the way. That's the glial reconstitution. Isn't that right? Isn't that the roach speed?
I have no clue.
Yeah, I think it is. Let me just go check real quick. Well, after this attack... We'll
oh my god, and he gets a first round on all the sentries. Giraffe not paying attention, a little bit of blunder, but beautiful force fields.
Yeah, keeping the roaches out was key.
Yep. He does lose a lot of hit points. I think he lost 1 sentry there.
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like 1.
So it wasn't
only 8 left. So I think he did lose 1. But yeah, these roaches didn't quite get into the fight there because of those force fields. That was beautiful. Now he does have this robo down. Are you liking this transition from him here?
I mean, yeah, definitely something nice to go into. Robo, you can definitely... Well, he's also put down Twilight Council at the same time.
Yeah.
I assume that he's going to be going for DTs, and he's going to drop DTs at all of his bases, all of the Zerg's bases, while warping in a ton of Zealots. I've seen that done by Giraffe a couple of times. Beautiful force fields trapping those roaches.
Yep, nicely done.
Gets a couple of free kills. There comes the Observer. And let's see if we see a Dark Shrine go down. I don't see one.
Nothing yet. He does have Blink on the way, so...
He's getting Blink, so he's not going to be doing that.
Yeah, Blink on the way. Yeah, not a bad play here. It looks like he is going to gear up for an expand, however, this is being scouted.
By the Overseer.
Yep. Well, probably by the Xel'Naga tower, too, huh? Double scouted.
Double scout.
But ToXSic going to say, let's go for a little deny action here, I think. He's waiting for a couple more units, it looks like, and then he probably will rush up here and try and take out this expand. And
in my opinion, your third is kind of hard to take as Protoss here because of the back entrance.
Yeah.
And, Zerg army just so much faster than Protoss army.
Well, yeah, and because of their spawn positions, he can't really take this spot right here that I'm pinging.
Yep. And he traps like 7 roaches right there. I don't know why he's pulling back.
I don't know either. Those roaches could be a lot sooner into their graves, I think. But that's okay. He took them out anyway.
Yep.
And these roaches going to be poking up the front. Not going to happen. These guys are about to die as well.
Field's going down. Ah, 1 survives.
1 survives.
He's going to go tell his son about his adventures.
Yeah.
Protoss army.
Hopefully he lives that long, right? I mean, what's the life expectancy of a Zerg unit? Can't be that good. Oh, trapped. Oh, all these roaches are going to go down here. There's definitely too big of a force.
He needs to focus the fire on the roaches.
Yeah.
He's losing a couple of stalkers, but there we go.
Yeah, I think Giraffe probably took maybe just a little bit more damage there than he needed to, but he is going to deny the third here for ToXSic, and that's big at this point.
Yep. Immortals with a 6 range, so nice right now.
Oh, yes. Happy Protoss players.
Forward pylon going down by Giraffe. Looks like he's going to be putting out... Oh, he's going to blink into the back of his base while pushing in from the front, I assume.
Yeah, probably.
He's going to take out that queen, and I think that's about it. Ooh, and he's going to be losing a lot of these stalkers. Gets surrounded by the Zerglings. Yep, losing all of his stalkers. Ooh, that's going to be huge.
Oh,
but he is pushing it from the front. He's force-fielding his ramp, and he's going to be taking out that lair.
Yeah, that's a beautiful play.
He needs to move this Immortal back, or it's going to get sniped.
Yep. Nice.
There we go.
He heard you. Oh, I've got a pretty good delay set up on my stream right now, but yeah. So look at all these force fields going down. All these poor drones are about to die.
See, it's so important to keep those sentries alive from the start of the game because they can stack up so much energy and they're so useful in the late game or mid game. It's amazing.
It is so true. And look at this. He's going to be chasing these roaches down now.
Ooh.
A lot of Zerglings here. Ooh, good force fields.
Trapping 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is Giraffe's control over his units is so phenomenal. Now, ToXSic going to be pushing back. Taking out this pylon is actually a pretty decent snipe right now.
Now, ToXSic is really far behind. The Protoss is on 3 bases. ToXSic currently is on 1 base, and it's almost turned out. So the only thing I think ToXSic can do right now is just mass up a big army and push, because I don't think there's any way he's going to be able to catch up.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, he does have this hatchery queued here, which is the exact opposite of what we're saying, and this could spell disaster for him. I mean, that's... Now, if he lets Giraffe sit back and macro up an army, it's a death ball, maxed army, and it's not far out. So he's going to try and put some pressure on here with this army.
A ton of lings. He shouldn't have brought his roaches, though.
Yeah, probably right. Took the lings too long to get there because they were waiting for the roaches. Oh, good force fields here. Yeah, that's about to be it, I think.
Mortal's doing so much damage, and a re instead of a GG.
Sounds good. It is a scrimmage. I guess they can do whatever they want, but it is really, really nice play there from Giraffe. And, Amir, thanks so much for coming out and casting with me. I always like having you around.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys in the next game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack, and we have got more live scrimmage action between Giraffe and ToXSic. Amir is going to be on the line with me. We are casting these phenomenal games. How you doing, Amir?
How you doing, man? How's it going?
I am doing absolutely wonderful. Super excited again for these matchups. I mean, these are pretty close games now between him and ToXSic, that last one. But tell me, what do you think lost it for ToXSic in that last game?
You know, I think ToXSic was being a little bit more over-aggressive at the start of the game, losing a bunch of his roaches and lings and stuff like that. He took his third about a good timing, but he left it a bit undefended, and he didn't really have a nice knowledge of what the Protoss was doing, in my opinion.
Yeah, not quite enough scouting there, was it?
No.
So yeah, pretty good stuff. Now looks like a Giraffe going to be going back to his good old-fashioned strategy, forge fast, expand. I bet that makes you pretty happy. Makes me happy.
Oh yeah, Nidus is. I think I know what he's going to be doing this match. I said that last time, but he didn't forge fast, expand. But
yeah, I love it. Giraffe asking for cuddling this game. Oh, these guys. I just love the chat between players who really love this game, and don't get angry, that they lose here and there, and can have a good time regardless of what's going on in their, in their gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, it is a scrimmage, so.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of friends having fun.
Bunch of friends having fun. Makes it really good. Of course, I mean, I have some friends of mine that are screaming and yelling at each other after they're scrimmaging.
Yeah.
Okay.
Been there.
Yeah, it happens. It's sometimes I find that a lot of lower level players, part of the reason they don't get better is because they get so angry when they lose. But I mean, it's a good thing to remember that, I mean, even high level players like ToXSic lose games to players. You know, it's very difficult to have much better than a 50% win rate ratio in your ladder. In
This is
general.
interesting. Oh, looks like we have a pause.
Yeah.
Um, ToXSic went for a 14-14. I think he knew that draft was forge fast expanding. I think he should have just put down his hatch and well, I guess he wanted to be safe from cannon rushes, but you can still be safe without putting down your pool that early. You can just pull a couple of drones off and you'll be fine, as long as you have knowledge of what's going on.
Right. I mean, it just comes down to that scouting. You always take that second overlord, correct, and park it right over top of where that natural is going to be, and that usually is enough. But
He still hasn't gotten his hatch down. This is really interesting.
yeah, still does not have it. I mean, maybe he's going to go for some pressure potentially.
Looks like he's just gonna get link speed, but that's not really gonna do that much.
No, especially now that the photon cannon's about to be complete. So this will be tough for him to bust through that wall. He definitely needs some decent amount of cannons. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see here in just a moment, but we do have the gateway. Looks like about 50% complete. Units tab shows that we have got a nice economic advantage here for Giraffe. 22 probes to 16 drones. Now production shows that there are no more drones right now in production, so it's looking like Ling's. I don't know. I mean, he's putting down another hatchery. There we go. There's some more drones. Okay, so he's not cutting production here, but he is a little behind. So.
As Giraffe said, this is interesting. I think he scouted the early pool, so he decided to put up his nexus after his gateway. What I usually do is I put up my forge, and then I put on my cannon depending on when the pool is up. Then I put up my nexus.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. And so, I mean, guys, remember those build order timings. They're super, super important, and practicing them over and over again. You don't. I mean, if you end up 25 minerals late on some of those buildings, it makes a big difference.
Yep. I think he has 2 spots open on his ramp. I think Giraffe has 2 spots open. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he fixed it. Yeah, but you're right. He definitely did there. No need for Ling speed. As he uses Ling speed to get into the base, is going to present a small problem here for this pylon. That is for sure.
Delaying the cyber, maybe.
Yep.
Possibly. Well, he's going to delay the warp gate attack, so that's something.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, nice little play there by ToXSic. I saw this earlier today in our tournament too, by the way. 4 Lings versus a Forge Fast Expand. Get them in the base, and they can do an amazing amount of damage. When
They're so annoying.
Yeah, so annoying, and it's only like 4 units, and you're like, how the heck is he doing all this damage? But,
yeah.
I mean, he's
Taking
not
out
being ineffective here. He just lost 1, so he's down to 2. But yeah,
Yep.
I mean, getting a couple kills here and there is really useful, isn't it?
I mean, he can just stop the warp gate research from going down for quite a while. Oh, there comes the sentry. Never mind. Looks like it's gonna get cleaned up. Nice force field, I guess. I don't know why he force fielded.
I think he was trying to maybe trap him there. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. ToXSic is already gonna put down his third. A really smart move if you're going for a macro type of build. I mean, if you're as Protoss and you're forge fast expanding and you see the third hasn't gone down by about the 6-minute mark max, or maybe 6:30, you should know that there's some kind of 2-base all-in coming in, or you're facing a really bad player.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's a great point. And check the units tab here. We see that there's, that ToXSic now starting to surpass his opponent there in the economy.
Oh my god. The Zerglings took out 2 more probes.
Yeah, that was big, wasn't it?
With the stalker out.
Wow, that Zergling's still kicking it.
He's gonna get 1 more? No. Just gets the shields.
Almost. But yeah, super effective there, and he forced Giraffe to have to get out a couple extra units there that he may not have wanted to get out. So
He also delayed the warp gate for quite a while.
yeah, that's nice play. Now I do like this forward pylon placement here for Giraffe. Looks like he'll be able to mount some attacks here very, very effectively. And doesn't
Twilight
appear...
Council.
Oh yeah, ooh, good. And 5 more gates, 6 more gates.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's doing the build. Yep.
Eight.
What he's gonna do now? He's gonna get an observer out first from the Robo Bay, and then he's gonna put down Dark Shrine. He's gonna get charge, and he's gonna get a Warp Prism. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna warp in about 4 DTs, load them up into the Warp Prism, go drop at here, here, and here, all of the DTs,
Nice.
and then he's just gonna turn it into a what do you call it? When you turn the Warp Prism into a pylon type of thing.
Right.
Yeah, and then he's gonna warp in a ton of zealots and destroy it. He's gonna be really annoying. It's a really, really nice build.
Yeah, I've seen this a couple times from him, and it is phenomenal.
We have a pylon in his base, in ToXSic's base right now.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna warp in a couple of DTs there maybe too. There goes the Dark Shrine.
Beautiful.
And this is by no means an all-in because he can just expand. Now, Overseer is scouting this, but is he gonna see the Dark Shrine? That's the important thing.
Doesn't look like it. He's got these Stalker and Sentry here on the low ground, but you know what though, ToXSic probably relatively familiar here with Giraffe's gameplay, so he may be expecting those DTs.
Yep, maybe.
I mean, he scouted those 7 extra gateways in the back there up on the high ground, and so yeah, he may know.
Now I don't understand.
Oh, he did scout it. He did scout it with
he
his
scouted
changeling.
it.
Yep.
That's huge.
Yep, that is big. So he does see this coming. And,
Now ToXSic is on lair tech right now, but I don't see any lair any layer tech going down at all. He has been on lair for quite a while now. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's proxy hatchery. Do you see anything?
for what? As far as what?
For lair
Protection?
tech. No,
No.
lair tech.
Mm-mm. Nope. None.
So Spire or anything, yeah.
Nothing yet.
That could be one of the reasons he lost that last game too, is because he went quick lair, but he didn't get anything out of it.
Right.
So
Yeah, it may very well be. And here comes the... I mean, look at this. Giraffe going to be committing quite a few units here to this kind of front door attack. But we've got DTs cruising into this third. The attack here commencing with these roaches. Looks like the roaches are going to clean up this attack. But look at this. We've got DTs warping in into the main. Oh, my goodness.
so much damage.
So much
Oh my
damage.
God.
Yeah,
Killing
beautiful.
so many drones. Oh, it took him a while to realize it too.
Yeah, he really did. It's because, you know, your units are under attack, and you're just like, yeah, I know, I'm in the middle of a battle. And it's kind of, sometimes it's hard to say, oh, I need to check my mini-map and make sure there's no DTs going down. And indeed there were. The main did go down. We do have a proxy hatch here still, but I mean, he does have this Overseer out, but man, that's a big loss right now.
I like how he split up that Dark Templar to the right.
Yeah, it looks really good. That guy going to come back in for a couple kills here in a little bit. Either that or some good scouting, huh?
Or maybe the spawning pool.
Yeah,
he is keeping a couple roaches here, but he still has no detection.
Yep.
Spine
Spine
crawler.
crawlers. Yeah, we're both thinking the same thing. But I mean, now, I mean, ToXSic in this kind of strange position where, yeah, he's got a great big army, but he's on one mining base right now, and that is painful position to be in when you're a Zerg player against a 3-base TOS.
Now keep in mind, the TOS can reinforce extremely fast with, what is it, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gateways up right now.
Yep, and it looks like he is going to have to do that. ToXSic going to be beating down this cannon wall in here, trying to make it into the main. Wow, a lot of losses there, no cancels, yeah.
Yeah. He's going to lose this expo, but he should be able to defend this fairly easily. And as soon as he defends this, it's pretty much GG in my opinion.
Yeah.
He is supply cap though. Ooh, that's a dirty supply cap.
Yeah, it really is.
Tons of pylons going down. This might cost him the game. He needs to force field those horses back.
Yeah. Now, I disagree with ToXSic backing out here. Yeah, he's going to go get some serious probe kills, but this is buying Giraffe time to, you know, to build up his army. And 2 bases is definitely way strong here. I mean, look at this. ToXSic.
I mean, he could have just sent 2 roaches and killed all of those probes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but committing his entire force here when he has the army advantage right now, I think is a bad decision. He really needed to be knocking at Giraffe's front door there, I think. I mean, yeah, it's heavily guarded. We've got 4 photon cannons here, but he was. I mean, I guess he didn't know he was supply blocked, and that's what it comes down to. But
ooh, accidentally blowing the probes.
yeah.
Yeah, Giraffe knows he needs to stall for a little bit more time because he knows the Zerg's on really. Oh, the DT sniping that hatch at the top.
Beautiful.
Yep. There's still a DT in his main.
Yep.
No detection in the main. Wow, that's surprising. Ooh, and all the drones are coming to the main. This DT is gonna have a very nice day.
Yeah, and look at this warp prism coming over as well. We are about to see some more units warped in here. Well, maybe not. It's just going to camp there.
Soon, maybe.
Don't hold your breath.
And the queen's like, I'm not going to attack it. There we go. And looks like it's just going to turn into a phasing mode and then just back out.
Interesting.
Ooh, is he going to lose it?
Ooh, that was close.
Off shields. He should target down. No, never mind. It's a spine crawler.
Targeting down drones here. Nice choice. Getting quite a few kills there with that DT, but look at this. Giraffe now has bought himself some time with that little DT there to double expand up here again. So now he's going to put himself on 4 base.
And he looks like he can defend it too.
I agree. I mean,
so
I think ToXSic lost an opportunity to win that game. I really do.
Yep. I mean, he did have a bunch of force fields, so he could have just force fielded that ramp for quite a while. Even though it is a big ramp, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sentries with full energy. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so it may not have stuck. So maybe ToXSic is making the right move there. I mean, he's definitely a lot smarter than I am at this gameplay stuff. But here comes the attack here yet again. There's not quite going to be enough here to defend.
Ooh, and he's going to come from behind and slice this army in half. This is going to be huge.
Yeah, that could be really big. Yep.
Beautiful force fields.
Yep. Now these roaches on the top, they'll have their free reign. If they wanted to go snipe some Nexus right now, it'd probably be a decent choice. But their compatriots, definitely going to die on the low ground. I love how many changelings are in the army.
Yeah. He's like, come on, Zealots, attack! What are you doing? Ooh, I don't think you should be engaging these roaches right here. Well, no, reinforcements coming. This should be a GG right here. It is 27 drones, 53 probes.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, just looking at the supply count, ToXSic is, yeah, it's over. But just, I mean, wonderful gameplay yet again from Giraffe. And like you said, it came down to he was able with that DT push, you know, hitting all 3 bases at once. Well, I guess he only hit 2, but still, he ran right up the middle with his army as a diversionary tactic, obliterated his opponent's economy, and then set back. Yes, there was a nice counterattack, but it wasn't enough. He stayed on that 2 mining base, and that's game.
Yep, and he did go for that fast lair once again and didn't get anything out of it, so that's interesting.
Very good stuff.
He's forgetting.
Absolutely. But we'll be going to another game here in just a minute, so don't alt-tab, stick around. We'll see you guys in just a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we've got some live scrimmage action coming at you right now on GSL's Terminus Re, ToXSic versus Giraffe. Giraffe being the key component to this evening. I mean, he is so phenomenal and really is trying to put on a good show for, number 1, his clanmates. Number 2, for his students that he coaches, and he has quite a few, and we want to let everybody know out there that's watching the live stream, and his students as well, and his clanmates, be looking out for his website that's coming. It should be here in 3 days. So be hitting him up, send him a message, make sure and get that link from him. He's going to have a nice website set up so that you have a landing place to go to get some training. He'll probably be putting some of his videos up on there, embedded in there, so that you can go watch some of his training sessions and scrimmage sessions like this one perhaps, and things like that. So go check that out. Make sure that if you need training, get it from Giraffe. I mean, you will be hard-pressed to find a better trainer. Isn't that right, Amir?
Yep, Giraffe definitely a very good trainer.
So
very
phenomenal
good coach.
stuff there. Sublime's lagging. Yeah. There he goes. Alright, so we're back into it here. It is going to be Terminus Re. Now, they've made some changes to Terminus... Oh, no, it was to Terminus SE that they made the changes to. Never mind. But, yeah, so notice, though, that it is different than SE. It does not have the rocks blocking the third here. You can just take that third at will. In Terminus SE, you have to break down rocks first, which it actually presents a little bit of a problem sometimes to people, depending on the situation. So, but there's no ramp in this map that goes down to that third either. So, this one much easier to take. But they did take the ramp out in SE, by the way. Did you know that they took the ramp out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's nice. I think that back door was so annoying to me sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. This is a really nice map for force fast expands as well, seeing as how you can take your third just as easily as you can take your natural. There's no chance of harassment coming from ground units unless, they blink down or something like that. But
right. Yeah, and it's nice looking wall off here going down. Photon cannon first, probably going to be putting his Nexus down right afterwards. Probably see some. Oh nope, never mind. Pylon first. Oh yeah, he's got to keep his probe production up. But I guess spawn positions first. We're getting a little bit too far ahead of ourselves, aren't we, Amir? But Giraffe is our teal Protoss player for the evening. We're going to do this game and one more, but right now he is spawning up here at the 12 o'clock position. ToXSic can be spawning as our red Zerg at the 3 o'clock. So now the interesting thing here is ToXSic's expand pattern will be taking him closer to his opponent, and Giraffe's expand pattern will be taking him away from his opponent. Now, how often, Amir, on this map do you see that coming into play, where it's the expand positionings in that counterclockwise movement really comes into play?
Well, keep in mind, I don't think it's going to be playing that big of a deal. It is going to be fairly significant as the third of ToXSic and the main of Giraffe are going to be very, very close by air. So we could see bailing drops, we can see war prisoners, we can see mutas going over and back over and over again, just trying to harass as many structures or units as possible.
Yeah.
The expansion, you're right, the expansions of ToXSic is going to be taking, well, I think it's going to be about the same though. If you look at it,
well, through the center of the map, that is. Through the center of the map, it's the same, essentially. At least as far as getting your third down. But, I guess for, like, drops, which we've seen some of those from Giraffe. Those will be fairly easy for him to execute. Now, we have never seen ToXSic go mutas yet. I mean, he's gotten up his lair tech, and we haven't seen, like you said, you keep bringing this point up, but we really haven't seen him do anything but overseers off of that.
Another thing I've noticed from ToXSic, he's going for 14 pool, 14 gas every single game, while Giraffe is just forge fast expanding, and that's really hurting him. He's hurting his economy by a lot because there's nothing he can do with that pool. There's nothing he can do with that speed. Oh, he's going for a fast lair this time, but in the previous matches, there wasn't anything he can do with that speed, and it was just wasted pretty much.
Yeah, well, I have to agree. And it's a tough situation that he's going to find himself in when he's spending so much money early on while his opponent is macroing up like a fiend. Check the units tab. 34 probes to 27 drones. So, Giraffe maintaining an economic lead here while ToXSic is teching to something that he potentially is not going to use. Unless he's going to go for mutas here, which I would be interested to see him go for mutas.
Keep in mind, those chrono boosts on those Nexuses are very important.
Yeah.
As it allows you to get probes so much faster.
Always you'll see him putting those chronos down on the Nexus. That's the whole point, it says Giraffe, right? Of getting your Forge Fast Expand is to have a rocking economy.
Yep.
And that's how you do it, is utilizing all of that energy for getting probes out. And I guess I'm still sitting on this units tab when I probably shouldn't be, but 39 probes right now, and ToXSic just barely catching up there. So
now Giraffe is going to see that oversteer. He's going to know that he's on lair tech right now. I'm not quite sure what I'd be seeing. Go Zealot, go!
Yeah, he's trying to take down the third.
I'm not quite sure. He's got this, man. He's got this.
Hero. That's funny.
Observer is coming out. He does see that third, so he's gonna know there's no two-base mutas coming down.
Yep.
Because that was a very fast lair.
Right.
Roach Warren coming down, but he still isn't. He's just joining up right now, but he still hasn't gotten any lair structures really.
Yeah. Yeah, and a Giraffe not going to be securing... Oh, no, there he is. He's going to be securing his third. But look at this. This pesky changeling going to be blocking it for a moment.
Ooh. You know you can one-shot that with the probe, though.
Oh, yeah. You one-shot it with anything, right?
Yep.
Except for... No, I'm just kidding. Actually, there is one unit that can't one-shot it.
What's that, Overlord?
Overlord. It's the only one, isn't it?
Can you neuroparasite a critter and then make it attack a changeling?
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. That would be awesome. Yeah, I guess, what do you call them? Infestors can't really one-shot them either.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Can they fungal growth them though?
Oh yeah, that would count, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
So never mind, we lied. But looks like we are going to see a push here from Giraffe in just a moment. A standard push. Now he did scout ToXSic getting greedy here on his economy. Is ToXSic going to have the defenses that he needs to hold off an attack here, do you think?
Look at this. He's going to get a Warp Prism out at the same time as well. He's going to bring that Warp Prism to the third. Yep, those close first and third expansions are not quite expansions, but the main and the third of the Zerg. So close to each other. It's so nice to use Warp Prisms on this map. It's amazing, especially with that buff.
Yep, and here goes the Warp Prism drop as these guys are just now reaching the front gate. And in comes several Zealots, and by several we mean 6.
Going for that Queen right off the bat.
Yep, going to focus down the Queen. That always hurts the Zerg's production. Notice the Roach is going to be going to buff the front here, trying to defend the front.
Wow.
Not too worried about these Zealots in the back. Now that's kind of interesting play here.
Killing so many drones in the back.
Yeah.
Now those Zealots are almost going to be sandwiching them.
Yeah, they really are. Oh,
look at those force fields.
Yeah.
Trapping.
That is so good.
Burrow and
towards his opponent.
Yeah.
Which
Ooh, nice force field. Keeping the Roaches in play.
Yeah, and now, I mean, they could probably use Burrow here, but at this point, why? I mean, they've just got to try and attack with everything he's got here to try and hold this off, but it appears to be game already.
Yep. So many drones dead right now.
Look at this. He's about ready to force field the top and warp in units in the top. Ooh. Is he going to lose 1? 2. He lost both of those. Ow, that was a big snipe there by ToXSic.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it really matters, but yeah, that was a good snipe there.
He does clean up those stalkers though, but I mean, so many drones. The units count 56 probes to 26 drones right now. I really don't think he's going to be able to catch up that easily.
Yeah.
Once again, going for that fast there, and we still don't see any tier 2 units out.
Right, and notice that ToXSic not producing anything. There he goes. Now he's droning up. He just got 11 drones. Absolutely has to have that at this point. But I mean, almost that entire battle, he didn't do anything as far as building. He just was so focused on trying to hold it off, and that's game. I mean, nothing to do, right?
Yep.
Wow. Well, great stuff. We're going to do one more. It looks like Giraffe asked for one more after that one, and so we'll do that. Let's go hit that game here in just a moment.
All right.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. I've got Amir with me. Amir, how you doing?
How's it going, man?
I'm doing phenomenal. It is the last game of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, so soak it in. We are about to see ToXSic taking on Giraffe here on Tal'Darim Altar, perhaps Giraffe's favorite map here. Do you believe that? Do you think this is his favorite map?
I mean, Giraffe definitely wants to forge fast, expand, get the third up. I think the last match that we played, what was that map called? I'm sorry.
Terminus.
Terminus, yeah. I would assume that would be Giraffe's favorite map because you can get that third just so fast and so easily while defending it. But this map, definitely a really good map for Protoss, and I think Giraffe would enjoy it just as well. Good map to forge fast, expand on. It is a little bit more on the Zerg side, I would think, because it's just so far. The distances between them are so far, and it just allows the Zerg to get an army out before the Protoss reaches the base if he is scouting well.
Yeah, that's true. That's a great point. Now, ToXSic, he's been losing a lot here to Giraffe, and I mean, while he's a phenomenal player, we can definitely see a great level of skill. I think that you have brought out a couple points for ToXSic that really make a lot of sense that he might want to incorporate, especially against forge fast expanding Protoss, that could probably help him, get at least an upper leg, or at least put himself on even footing, which is better than being underneath. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would be surprised if he doesn't go for a hatch first on this map.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, this map, as large as it is, I think hatch first is probably smart.
Looks like it's
man.
down.
Yep. Oh well.
And he knows that Giraffe Forge fast expands every single game, so I don't really understand.
Yeah. Little mystified here, but I mean, what do you do?
He isn't getting gas this time, though, so that's, I guess, something good.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But yeah, so Giraffe is at the bottom right. He's teal, as usual. Our teal Protoss, ToXSic in the top right. So, this Overlord that's headed out to the left side of the map, not going to be super useful here for about the next 5 or 6 years, but that's okay. Oh, look at this! This hero drone going to take out the photon cannon.
Oh, he's got this. I believe in him.
Yeah, not bad.
Joe's gonna have to calm down.
Yeah, switching targets. Oh!
Ooh, almost getting it. Just one more shot, or 2 more, I think. Yeah, 2 more should do it. Hit him. 1 more. There we go.
Toast. Oh, but he did delay the Nexus for half a second. That was awesome.
Yep, Hatch and Nexus coming down at about the same time this time. No gas by ToXSic.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move, especially since he scouted the Forge Fast Expand. Makes sense to get aggressive here economically for just a little while, don't you think?
Yep, definitely.
And Giraffe happily mining away here. Let's check the units tab and see. Oh, yes, he does indeed have a harvester advantage, 22-16. That will be remedied here fairly shortly. Looks like ToXSic going to be droning up a little bit, +2 here. And going to be taking double gas here for Giraffe. Wow, now that's actually a little bit earlier than normal, isn't it?
Yeah. Does he have a cyber down? No. Yeah,
No.
it's definitely early.
Wow, so we might be going for a fairly fast pressure here then, I would guess, don't you think?
It could be that he's just taken up really fast, or... Yeah, I mean, it could be fast pressure, but... It could be fast pressure with sentries, I assume.
Cyber Core. Is he gonna cancel this Nexus? No. No, okay. Whew, alright. I was wondering there, but look at this now. ToXSic really getting aggressive here. I'm liking this quite a bit, but it is scouted. Did he see it? Let's just check. Oh no, he didn't see.
He hasn't seen it yet, but it's okay, because that's what you want to do against the Forge Fast Expand. You really want to get that third up ASAP.
Right.
Because, you know, there's not going to be a lot of pressure coming out anytime soon, so you're pretty much free to drone up. And notice the pylon that he has right here. I'm going to ping on the map for you. That is so nice for if you want to put out any forward pressure. That pylon is, I think, mandatory. So you can just warp your units outside your base and just go along instead of having to go all the way around, down the ramp and all the way up.
Yeah, and when it comes down to it, that's actually fairly close position if you're going to do like a backdoor attack. If you gain vision of that high ground right here, I'll ping for you. You know, if he gains vision of that high ground, we've seen Giraffe do this time and again. What he'll do is he'll put his sentries on the bottom, on the low ground there, blink stalkers up to the high ground, and annihilate this probe line. And you can come back there with a whole bunch of roaches, and guess what? You're going to get all sorts of force fields in your face, which can be a pretty nice unit. And he can reinforce that very, very quickly from this forward pylon. It's actually not that far away.
Definitely. Good point.
But great Chronos still going down on the Nexus. Take note. Always, always, always on this Forge Fast Expand. Make your economy rock and roll. And here come the gates. Who would have
guessed? This is really amazing. The Protoss, the Zerg is on 3 bases right now, and he still has about 10 less harvesters.
Yeah, 44 to 33 right now is a brutal position for ToXSic. Brutal, brutal, brutal. And I mean, we're 8 minutes into the game, and that's way too big of a difference, I would think, you know, I mean, for this early in the game. I mean, mid-game it's one thing when you're, after you've had a couple engagements maybe and lost a couple units here and there or something, but I mean, this is just pure out and out, I can't macro as fast as you, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, yeah. I agree with you there.
So, I mean,
it's just those chronos on the Nexuses that make that big of a difference. Yeah. Think about it, though. If you read the chrono, it says places target structure in Chrono Boost. All structures will operate 50% faster for 20 seconds. That's 50% faster.
Right, and with 2 Nexus, he can almost continuously chrono at least one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really awesome. And here comes the sentries. We do have the robotics facility, so my guess is we're probably going to see that Blink Stalker push here maybe in just a little bit, but he might put some pressure on first with these sentries.
Yeah, definitely could be a possibility.
Yep, here comes the
we don't see a Dark Shrine down, so he is even prepared for the Dark Shrine with the Spore Crawler.
Look at all those sentries, my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Now notice that those roaches coming from the back side there, that's indicative that his opponent has expanded over on that side of the map. So Giraffe is going to be aware of this.
And you know what? ToXSic doesn't have anything.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough roaches. He's got a couple queens here, but it's not going to be enough. This force field is going to be too much. Oh, nice split.
Notice how those force fields are so efficient. Look at that. Toe to toe. Well, the second round wasn't as good, but the first one's
well, yeah. But even the second one doesn't have any holes in it, so.
Yeah. And you know, I don't agree with the amount of sentries he had in his first push. I think it would have been a lot better if he had a couple of stalkers in there.
Yeah, the stalkers tend to do just a little bit more damage, don't they? Especially with that verse armored bonus. I mean, that really helps you focus down those roaches, especially when you can split them so well. It says he got a queen.
Yeah, I don't think that was a very cost-efficient attack, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Those sentries costing so much gas.
Yeah, especially when he was reinforcing right on top of him there from the natural.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to take out the rocks to get his third. Putting those pylons down just to wall off this side right here, so all he has to defend is this ramp right here. Definitely a lot easier. He's going to put down, I assume, gateways to wall it off here in a sec.
Gateways, and then he'll probably toss down 2 or 3 of the cannons behind, so it's a really nice wall off. Now, I have seen on occasion that it actually work against you, but it's actually pretty rare that it not work in your favor.
Yeah.
But it just comes down to if you're trying to defend this wall from the back side, like the Nexus side, right? It's very difficult to defend.
It is. Because the roaches are going to be hitting the Nexus, and your cannons are going to be just in range, but your units are not going to be in range.
Right, and so they can really focus down those gateways fast and then just back out. So the best thing to do is what Giraffe usually does, and that is keep his army here right at his main ramp, and then when he does see somebody attacking his back door, he comes around for the flank, and then all of a sudden they're trapped between him and some static defense, 3 cannons. So good play, and that's a good thing to keep in mind. I mean, there's reasons why you wall off here, and if you just wall off because you think that's the best thing to do and you don't know how to defend it, they can end up working against you. So.
And you know what? I just noticed something. Notice this high ground right here.
Okay.
I think it'd be very cool. This isn't having to do with this game, but in a PvZ or PvT or a ZVT or a TVT, if you put siege tanks up there, can they fit?
Well, no, they don't. None of it is it's all paving blocked, if that makes sense.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't put anything up there.
Yeah, you can't put anything up there. You can camp Overlords over top of it. You can camp Broodlords over top of it, which is super effective. Yeah. You almost started crying there.
Yeah, that would suck a lot, especially with this this third right here. Just camp them on top of there and attack the third.
Yeah.
And then just to move back whenever stalkers show up.
Yep. But we do have high temps on the field here.
Do they have storm?
Not going for storm quite yet. So I'm guessing probably gonna just
no,
use
they do have
feedback.
storm.
Oh, just now got it. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I missed that for some reason on the production tab. I don't know why I didn't see that. But yeah, they did.
If you go to the units count for just a second, look at this harvesters. 53 drones to 75 probes.
Wow. And 75 is such a critical mass for a Protoss. Once they've got to that point, it's like, I mean, their economy's not going anywhere. You really have to...
nice positioning by ToXSic, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it really is. He got a nice concave there. And those, oh, good force fields.
Ooh, nice force fields. He's gonna storm right on top of those.
Yeah.
There we go.
Beauty. Oh, and look at that,
It's
burrowing
not
out
having
of the
an observer.
way.
Yeah, he doesn't have an observer.
Wow, that was
Lag.
great. Great play by ToXSic, though.
Yep, definitely. And look, we have tier 2 units finally out. Infestors.
First time, huh?
Yep.
Gonna be sending over some changelings here. Gonna try and scout potentially in just a moment. Oh, they're just gonna kick it here. Oh, there they go. There they go. Before
Looks
their
like we have a
time
high
runs out.
Templar drop coming in from the right side of the map.
Ah, yes. Very, very good. 4 high temps. Indeed, indeed. Where's this guy headed? Looks like straight to the main mineral line. Yes, indeed. Now, he's going to be a little upset here with these spine crawlers, potentially. But he'll
Maybe,
know,
yeah.
he'll know to drop just a little bit ways away.
And the spore crawler.
Yep. Oh,
And he does lose one. He doesn't get that many drones, I don't think so.
no, not too many. Let's see, he's got 10 worker kills, but we better watch this main attack here, I guess.
Oh god, yeah.
Look at that. Nice fungals going down here. Burrow being used here, but storms like crazy.
Those infestors, I think.
Yeah.
Nope, not feedbacking any of those infestors.
He's utilizing all storms here. Oh, and all those high temps go down.
So much army.
Yeah,
And
ToXSic.
he's gonna reinforce right away. They were mostly gateway units. They were all gateway units. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And the interesting thing here, now this is the first time in this game ToXSic has been ahead in the supply count, and one of the few times in this evening that ToXSic has been ahead in the supply count. And quite honestly, I think if ToXSic plays his cards correctly here, he should be able to mount a very, very effective attack here and potentially put his opponent behind in a serious way. And I'd love to see that, I think, at this point. Don't you?
I don't agree with this attack. Yep, I would definitely like to see that because, I mean, Nidus is, I mean, sorry, not Nidus, but Giraffe's been winning just about every game so far, so it'd be nice to see it switched around. Taking out all those unit-producing structures.
Yep. I like the
Giraffe's
use of
pretty
infested Terrans here, though. That was a really nice move.
Oh, yeah,
Keeping his
definitely.
main army fairly safe there.
Yep.
Looks like these high temps going to be following the army around. Looks like they're headed straight for this natural mineral line.
Could do a couple of damage there. There are spine crawlers here as well, though.
Yeah.
Could take out that queen, though, actually.
Yeah, that would be big.
Uh,
Oh, not going to happen. Too many roaches now.
Yep.
But wow, ToXSic going to be maxed out here in just a moment. I mean, he is actually in pretty decent shape. Giraffe going to be working on his wall off here again, but now he's in this kind of funny position where he's actually kind of stuck. Oh, another storm going down there at that natural. Not.
I think
getting very
Giraffe
much.
right now, he should just take his fourth and put down a bunch of gateways with that amount of minerals that he has right now.
Yeah. Well, and he is tech switching here to thermal lance, so he's not taking your advice. Do you think this is going to work against him here, getting out the thermal lance Colossus?
Well, I mean, his main's going to be... Thermal Lance Colossus is definitely nice, especially against infestors now since the range is 6.
Right.
And, I mean, they're going to just demolish the roaches, but at the same time, you want to be taking your fourth while you're taking as well.
Yeah,
because, I mean, your main's just about mined out, and, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But, I mean, the question is, I think, is Giraffe going to be able to get out enough of them fast enough?
You know what? He's off of 4 robo facilities right now, so... Colossus from 4 robo facilities. So I guess he doesn't have the money to expand, but he's going to be short on gas.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, I see. He put those 3 up in the
Ooh.
back. Oh, my
Is he going to
goodness.
snipe those robos? Oh my gosh.
Yes, he is.
Cancel! Cancel!
Oh.
Cancel! Cancel! No! This is all of those...
Oh, no. Wow. Wow,
Can
I
you
don't
claim-
know.
I don't know. Those infested Terrans are going to wreak
Yeah.
havoc on...
Oh, all
Stalkers.
these stalkers, they're going to blink
like-
out of here, but, I mean, he took just brutal losses here.
Oh my gosh.
Toxic. Wow, very nice
Sort of-
play from Toxic.
Yeah, definitely nice play by ToXSic, but I think the main fault was Giraffe putting those robo facilities as a wall off. I mean, that's your tech structures. You don't really want to do that.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, those Colossus losses there alone were just humongous. Now he's done a great job picking up a decent amount of units here for defense. And there it is, though. He says, look, you did a great job, and there's the GG.
Oh, and Giraffe telling me that it auto-refunds the money of the units that was being produced from the structure. I didn't know that.
Oh, it does?
That's what he said. I didn't know that, though.
Yeah. I didn't know that either. I thought it was an auto loss. But
Yeah.
I've been wrong before, but that is game, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Congrats to ToXSic, finally taking a game off Giraffe, who is extremely difficult to beat. So, man, I'm impressed with both of these guys this evening. That was tons and tons of fun. Amir, what do you think, man? Was that a great night or what?
Amazing games. I mean, ToXSic losing the first few, but coming back at the end to prove himself worthy. Definitely nice games.
Agreed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you go check out Giraffe's website. Will be coming up soon. Go hit him up online and get that link. Check out Clan Art of War, AoW Clan AoW. Isn't that right, Amir?
Yes, that is correct.
And those guys have a lot of great things going. Obviously, Amir part of that clan, Giraffe part of that clan. Some phenomenal members in there. Nidaser. I mean, you've got some really good stuff going there. And so go check that out. Check out my YouTube channel, please. It is /NACSC2. And very soon we are going to have altstarcraft.com up as well. So please wait around for that. It should be up here in the next couple of weeks. But tons and tons of fun tonight. Thanks so much, guys. We will see everybody next time. Remember, don't alt-tab. Always alt StarCraft. We will see you guys then.